Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Soul Tribe Travelers event. Oh, this is the first time that we have been talking about traveling, but we're really excited about this because this is something that a lot of our team are all about. We're all over traveling and we love, 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 love traveling with this opportunity. So for most of us, traveling is really tricky at the moment because obviously COVID has made it really difficult for a lot of us. But, that doesn't stop us from traveling around our country, which is really exciting. So I'm Tanya, and I have been part of our beautiful tribe. In fact, I created our beautiful tribe about 3.5 years ago. And we are a group of gorgeous people, humans, mostly women. We do have some men as well in our team, but we are mostly women who really are passionate about changing our life, making our lives exactly the way we want it, but also helping others to do the same. And for a lot of us really, really love travel. And I know for myself, it was a huge part of who I was and the reason why I decided to join this opportunity and come into the business. So, I going back a little while, I'll tell you a little bit about my story and where I've come from. So, basically, I was stuck in a full time job, which was not serving. I was not happy at all, and I really wanted to travel. I had spent most of my life not traveling, and I had just started really getting into traveling and absolutely loving it. But what I was finding was my husband and I wanted to travel for longer periods of time. So we wanted to travel between 2 and 3 months every time. And how hard is that when you've got a full-time job, right? You get told when you can take leave, and then of course you have what, 2, 3 weeks paid leave a year, and that's it. And so what we were finding was that we were only able to go away for a certain period of time, and that was within our leave space that had available, because we couldn't afford to take unpaid leave when we had the mortgage to pay. So what when I had a look at this opportunity, what I found was this is flexible. This is online. This means that you can take it anywhere, absolutely anywhere. And so, I jumped in with both feet because this was huge for me. This was an opportunity to travel while I was earning money. This was an opportunity to retire myself from my job. It was also able to retire my husband from his job so that we not only had the money for it, but we also had the space, the time, the flexibility to be able to travel as well. And that's what we did. So I left, after being 4 months in this business, I actually stepped away from my day job and we traveled around Southeast Asia for 9 weeks and we got paid. And what a fantastic feeling it was, because at the time, my husband was still in his full-time job, and so, I think he only had about 4 weeks paid leave. And so the rest of the paid leave, the other 5 weeks, was unpaid. And so, my business covered that. And so that's really exciting for me to know that we can travel whenever we want. And of course now, we can go away for, 5 days at a time. We can, we've got the flexibility to be able to do what it is that we really want to do. And of course, my next goal is, retiring my husband so that we are able to do it together and for longer periods of time, which is really exciting, especially once the world opens back up again from COVID. So, how do we do this? You're probably wondering, okay, how do we get to do this? What is our business all about? What is it that we are actually doing? Because yes, we have that income business side of it, but we also have an opportunity where we support our customers. And this is where our income comes from. So we have an incredible program. We have an incredible holistic lifestyle program that supports our customers on a mind, body, and soul level. We really believe that holistic health, supporting our mind, our body, and our soul, really helps to balance and align full vitality. So, we can't be working on one area without the other. We believe that they all work beautifully together. And so we offer tools and resources and coaching and mentoring around, how to create a sustainable, healthy lifestyle that's going to help us do, maintain a really healthy lifestyle, a really healthy mind, a really healthy soul, a really healthy body. So what does that look like? Things like mindfulness programs, meditation, gratitude. We have meal plans, shopping lists, recipes, so many recipes, exercise guides. We've got so many different kinds of programs to suit lots of different people. So, we have a soul detox, we have a 7-day reboot, we have a 30-day cleanse, we have an 8-week challenge. We have so many different things that really work for so many different people. And the other cool thing about them is you can take this anywhere. So, we have some incredible products that I use, and I just want to show you something. I use these when I travel. These are amazing. These are our gorgeous protein shakes. So we partner with the company Juice Plus. And the reason why we do that is because they are plant-based. They're all about plants, and we 100% believe that plants are what supports our body. Our plants are what gives us the most nutrients in our body, and they are the most alkaline and the best start for our really good gut health. And these are amazing for our digestion, but so easy to travel with. So these are something I took with me. All I needed to do, if I didn't have any nut milk, I just mixed these up with water, and they were still yummy. And they're great, really, really good for traveling around the country or around the world. I can still take these whenever I go and don't have any problem getting them into any country. And of course, they're delicious. Chocolate and vanilla. Vanilla's yummy, by the way. And so essentially what we have is because we aligned with Juice Plus, our products are second to none. They are, as I said, all plant-based, so it's all about the plants. It's all about supporting our nervous system, our digestive system, and our immune system. And of course, essentially, our main products are just fruits, veggies, and berries in a capsule, vine ripened, squished down, GMO, pesticide free, squashed down into a massive slushy, dehydrated at low temperature, encapsulated in a vegan capsule to protect all the nutrients from oxidation, and essentially going straight into your bloodstream at a cellular level within 7 minutes, and going to exactly where your body needs it the most. The most researched company in the world, the most researched product in the world are Siri and Google, and they will tell you that it is Juice Plus. And of course, we've got so many studies that prove that the nutrients are absorbed. It improves our immunity, it improves our lung function, it reduces inflammation, so many different things that really support this, as well as the incredible stories that we have from our customers. So, that's the basics of what we do. We also have a charity and a child health study where you can sponsor a child for free with every adult order, which is really exciting. Wouldn't you want to get free chews for your child? So that's essentially our program and our products in a nutshell. I don't want to go into too much detail because this is all about our program, our business tonight, and how do we travel with our business? How simple it is to travel with our business, and why you would want to have a business like this, an online business that gives you the flexibility to be able to travel. Well, we have a few traveling ladies. So obviously, I've just shared my story. We have a few of our beautiful ladies tonight who would love to share, who are traveling or have traveled with this business. First of all, I'd like to pass you over to the gorgeous Maxine, who's actually, as we speak, sitting in her caravan, traveling around New Zealand. So she's going to talk a little bit about our business model and why it works so well, and a little bit about her story. Take it away, Max. You will have to unmute, honey.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm Maxine. As Tanya pointed out, I am sitting in my caravan coming to you live. And this was a dream that I had for some time. And a couple of years ago, I was kind of becoming an empty nester. My children were getting older. And I was looking at my life thinking what I really want to do with the rest of my life is be free. Freedom was the big number one word for me. I have a background as a registered nurse. I also am a natural health practitioner, but all of that, despite the fact that it provided me with money, it didn't really provide me a lot of freedom. You know, I have to be at a certain place at a certain time. Um, and I just, as Tanya said, I just wanted something that was really flexible, that would just go where I went. And it really works for my personality. I'm very much like to wing it. I'm not a big scheduler. I'm not a big, you know, I'm winging it now. We literally, wake up in the morning and go, where shall we go to next? It's just amazing. It's just perfect for me. So, basically, I was looking at this business. Tanya introduced it to me. I was already a customer. I loved the products. As I said, I've got a health background already, and the products were absolutely brilliant. You know, I've seen everything come and go in the course of my career, and when someone came to me with fruits and veggies in a capsule, I just thought, I didn't even know anyone had thought of that, but what a genius idea, because that's what the body needs. It doesn't need vitamins. It doesn't need, you know, silver and gold in a bottle or whatever the latest thing is. It just needs more antioxidants from fruit and veggies. So I was very sold on the product, and could also see as a health practitioner that that's what people needed, a baseline of nutrition. For me to be kind of introduced to a business where I could continue my passion of helping people with their health, but also help myself with my goals of freedom and being able to do whatever I want, that this was absolutely the perfect thing. I was super skeptical at the beginning. I looked at it and I thought it's one of those network marketing things. I'm not touching that. It's, whatever, scammy or whatever. I just went through that whole conversation with myself. But actually, when I looked into it, I thought that actually the business model is brilliant and I really like it, because the thing I really noticed with my kind of normal career was that I was at the bottom of the pile as a nurse. It was very difficult for me to work my way up to the top. I would have to do more training, more education at my own expense. I would have to compete with other people to get to those positions. There may be a restructuring, and even if I was up there, I might lose my job. And the other thing with that moving upwards in a company is you actually end up getting into a very poor work-life balance where you're working all the time. You might be getting the pay and the satisfaction of being in leadership, but you're not getting the life. And so when I kind of looked at the traditional business model, it just didn't seem very fair. I had no way of really advancing. I had no way of creating more time and freedom in my life while still continuing to earn an income. And so when I looked at this, it just kind of seemed to tick all the boxes. Not only do I actually earn an income for myself, I actually get to link arms with other people and mentor other people and help them to do the same thing. And I have to say, one of the beautiful women that I linked arms with, who's on my team, actually inspired me to get in a caravan and do what I'm doing now. So I really, really love this industry because of the community. I mean, we're all inspiring each other all the time, and I just see people growing so much in terms of just expanding their mind to what's possible. We get people who are stuck in really unsatisfying jobs that don't think that they really have any way out, and we show them a way out. And I'm kind of living proof that it can be done because I'm doing it. So yeah, I really would just really encourage anyone watching this, really just go talk to some people who kind of are doing it. A lot of people kind of talk to the wrong people who have still got that very limited thinking. Talk to the people with expansive thinking that actually want to go and live that big life, that full life, that life of freedom and that life of happiness. Talk to the people that are doing it like we are, and that's where you'll find your inspiration and your truth. So that's me, and am I handing to you, Karen? The gorgeous Karen, Sassy Pants.
Thank you so much for your share, Max. Really, really love hearing your sharing. I, love that you're doing it, that you're actually living the dream right now. And yes, we're passing you over to the gorgeous Karen, who has also traveled with this business. Thank you, honey.
Hi, everybody. Anybody got FOMO yet? I know I did when I first started. Bit freaking crazy. I'm in a different stage to Tanya and Maxine. I am still working on building up my little crew, my little gang of ambassadors that are helping people globally. So I fell across this business purely by accident, and like Maxine, I came in via the product, which are freaking second to none, by the way. But I won't talk about that. From a business perspective, I am one of these corporate people. Every day, 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, 40 years of your life for 40% of your pay. And since being introduced to this gift opportunity, because I think it is a gift, my world has been exponentially turned upside down for the right reasons. As I said, I'm corporate. I have spent so many years working towards other people's dreams. What this opportunity has given me is a quantum leap into where do I want to go? What do I want to achieve? And like Maxine said, dream big. Well, don't have to tell me twice. I'm on that bandwagon, and this is an amazing opportunity. I have been very, very blessed to have traveled in my previous job. However, I had to travel when I was told to travel. I didn't have any freedom of choice. I was stuck in really remote locations that I couldn't get in and out of easily. So what this does for me, it allows me to travel where I want to. Obviously, when COVID-19 decides to calm down some and everything's rocking and rolling a bit more normally, to be able to take my laptop or my phone to be able to travel overseas, which is a massive benefit for me. It's my jam. I love being nosy. I like going to find other people, and to do a business while I'm actually doing that on my own terms is absolutely massive. So that's one of the major benefits that I have found in doing this business. Thankfully, here in New Zealand, we are able to travel freely in our own country. So we have the opportunities to do that. And needless to say, I can take my little laptop or my phone and we go and do what we need to do, intertwined with everyday life. It's also about helping other people to realize that they too have this option, that you don't have to work towards somebody else's goals and dreams, that you can actually be you. You can peel back those layers. You don't have to have the society norm, and you can work flexible hours. So for all those mamas out there that have to do the school runs, because those still go, regardless of whether you're feeling good, not, or what's going on in the world, you can base this business around your schedule, basically. So for me, I'm still working the 9 to 5 while I do what I need to do. And that to me is an absolute, I've got to do it because there's just me. So to be able to fit this in stolen moments is absolutely integral, I think. It's also enabled me to grow myself, because I was a massive skeptic basically when I first started, and Tanya introduced it to me. I just said yes. Didn't know why at the time, but I have definitely been more empowered, been more engaged with it, along with, being able to have the travel freedom. I get to learn about myself, and I also, the biggest thing is help other people to not just survive life, but to thrive, to watch people realize that they can dream big and make those dreams a reality is absolutely #priceless, as we say in the world. And it's I've never been in a job where I can actually you get joy bubbles that rise up when you see somebody else thriving and ultimately living their dream. So enough of me rambling. It's an amazing opportunity. If somebody introduced you to this, and I back what Maxine said, just be curious. Just ask the questions, even if you're scared crapless. Just be you, ask the questions, and there are amazing people here who will be able to answer the questions that you have, and give you the nuggets of gold that you may need to say, right, I'm going for it, I'm doing me, and dream big and make those dreams a reality. I believe I am now going to pass you on to the beautiful Sarah, who is dropping in to share her story with us too.
Thank you so much for your share, Kieran. Love it. And we love having you too, by the way. We wouldn't have it any other way. So glad that you said yes, even though you didn't know what the hell you were doing.
No.
Now we are going to go over to the gorgeous Sarah, who's actually just been traveling with her family. So the floor is yours, gorgeous. Lovely to have you with us.
Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Kieran. I can actually relate to so much that you've actually just spoken about. And yeah, as Tanya said, I've just got back today from a $10 trip around the South Island with my family. And as everybody says, we can take this business with us. But I just wanted to say my story. And the reason I jumped on is I used to work a toxic job, working long hours, fulfilling somebody else's dreams, making them rich, and me just making ends meet. I am currently putting 100% of my time into my business. So I am not actually working for a toxic job anymore. I am working for me. My husband is also working for himself. So we've got two separate businesses. He's got his business, I've got my business, and this is my business. The best thing is the fact that I've got two teenage daughters. I can't travel all the time until they leave home. Then it'll be a different story. But I, at least with this, don't have to go up to my boss and say, hey, can I have school holidays off, please? Because what I was working in retail, I would never be able to get school holidays off. And it was really difficult trying to plan family holidays when it wasn't school holidays. And especially this year with my oldest doing NCEA, she's definitely not going to be able to get time off during school time. So the best part of this is that we can now plan our holidays around my daughter's schedule, and we can say, okay, we're going on holiday. But the best thing also is once, as I said, they are off my hands. The fact that we've just come back off holiday, we've seen some amazing lifestyles. We've spoken to people that have got buses, that have got caravans, and it just replanted our dream of being able to buy a bus once the kids have left home, get on that bus and just travel. And it's just reignited that flame of what I want this business to be able to achieve for me. Also, the fact that we are both over 50, I'm 50, my husband is now 60. It's just, we want to experience life. And the only way we can experience life is with this. The way that COVID is happening at the moment, yep, we can't travel overseas, but what I've experienced over the last 10 days, there is plenty to see in our own backyard and some amazing memories to make and places to visit. So that is just a little bit of my story. I am so happy I said yes. I am so thrilled that I am fulfilling my dream rather than somebody else's dream. And as Kieran said, you could not wish for a better community who will lift you up, who will encourage you, and who will guide you along the way. So thank you from me, and I'll pass you back to Tanya.
Thank you, gorgeous. We love you. We love you, and we love your share. Just love it. So I get really excited about the fact that we, have a beautiful way to show up for ourselves every day. Like Maxine, freedom is huge for me, and leaving my job was massive. It was one of the biggest things that I wanted to do. In fact, it was my main goal when I first started. But what got me really excited about that was the money. So obviously when we talk, you're hearing stories tonight of women who, yes, Kieran's still working full time, but she has a massive goal that she wants to leave her full-time job too. But, you know, for Maxine, Sarah, and myself, who have actually, you know, we don't have a full-time job anymore, this is what we do. We have to know that we can still pay our bills, right? That we can still pay our mortgage, that we can cover all our costs. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to talk a little bit about the money. So, you know, how do we get paid in this business, and what does that look like when you first get started? So how we get paid is we get paid in 3 different ways. The first way that we get paid is we get paid in retail profit. Now, most people will know what retail profit is if you've ever worked in sales. Basically, once you connect your customer with the Juice Plus company, you receive a certain percentage of that product in your pay. The next way that we get paid is we get paid through commission. Now, commission is really cool. And for some of you, you might not know that this is actually an opportunity to create passive income. So passive income, for anyone who doesn't know what that is basically the money that you receive when you're sleeping. So, you know, when you work that you're trading your time for hours for dollars, and you are working your employee job, and you're getting wages, you're actually, if you take time off, you're actually not getting paid for that. So, you know, you might get paid 3 weeks annual leave or something while you're away, but any more than that, you don't get paid for it. So, you know, and if you have a traditional business, if you don't go and do that, it stops, right? The money stops coming in. If you got really sick and you extended past your sick leave, you don't get any more money because you're not turning up to work. This is really different because this offers you an opportunity to actually earn money while you're sick, while you're holidaying, while you're doing life. While life happens, you get paid for it. So that's really exciting to know. And that's what commission looks like. Another way that we get paid is we get paid in bonuses. And bonuses are the now money, the now fun money that you get when you reach certain targets. Now, for most of us, we don't get bonuses anymore. I know that, you know, I don't think I've ever had a bonus, but some people used to get bonuses paid at Christmas time. I know it's the odd company that does it, but not very many anymore. We still do that. And that's really exciting because you can actually earn a lot of money just from bonuses. So I'll give you a snapshot into what happens when you first start. So when you start in the business, you start as a partner. Within your first 10 to 30 days, you can get to what we call Partner Plus. And that will give you a $150 to $100 bonus, right? Depending on whereabouts you are. Now, the next level we get to is senior partner. Now, this is a $300 bonus. The next level we get to is sales coordinator. That is a $500 bonus. The next level we get to is qualified senior sales coordinator. That is a $1,000 bonus. Now, really cool thing about this, and something that we haven't really spoken to about much at the moment, is that when you, excuse me, and I will just mute Lise. So when we, with this business, one of the really cool things about this business is you cannot get anywhere without lifting someone else up. You can't get anywhere without actually teaching someone else exactly what you just did. This is a teaching business. So when you teach someone to get to senior partner exactly the same way as you do, you actually get a teacher bonus as well. And this happens with all of these. So when you get to senior partner, you get a $300 bonus. When your team member gets to senior sales coordinator, you get a $500 bonus. And at QSSC, you get a $1,000 bonus, which is really, really exciting. So you're getting rewarded for teaching someone else. Now, the next level we get to is a SSC, and that is a $2,000 bonus. The next level we get to is QNMD, and that is a $4,000 bonus. And the next level we get to is NMD, that is an $8,000 bonus. Now, there are levels which are much higher than this, which you can certainly get to as well. And they go up to, so the bonuses go up to $30,000, which is so exciting. And, you know, I mean, when you think about it, when you get to this level, an MD, which is actually our pinnacle position, generally what you're earning here, just in commission alone, is between $100,000 and $120,000 per year, just in commission, which is pretty exciting, right? And for me, that was huge, to know that I could actually leave my job, travel around the world, that I was going to get paid well and truly enough to actually pay my mortgage and to cover all our travel expenses, and to also support, my husband, retire my husband so that we could both do this. That is massive. And, I know for a lot of travelers, we don't. Sorry about that. I know for a lot of travelers, we actually don't necessarily worry too much about the money, but this is massive to know that, all of your expenses are going to be paid. That, if you're not a full-time traveler and you still have to, pay your mortgage, that you can go away and still pay your mortgage and not have to worry about it. So that's really exciting. So much opportunity in this. If you're really interested in knowing more about this, if you've got lots of questions, most people have lots of questions, please reach out to the person who has given you, sent this link to you, has invited you here tonight, and please get your questions answered. The last thing we want is to feel any regret around not jumping into this soon enough, because believe me, there's a lot of people that do that. So and you might think, well, this isn't really for me, and that's okay, it's not for everyone, but you might know someone that this might really work for. You might have some traveling friends or some friends who actually want to be able to travel and want to have that freedom where they can leave their job and create something bigger, because you can make this as small or as big as you want. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. And, like I say, get in touch with the person who invited you here tonight, and have a beautiful evening.